Welcome back, students. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is monohybrid cross. In last two classes, we have learned about the different difficult terms related to this chapter, that is the principle of inheritance. Lesson number 5 of class 12. Although this topic is also important for class 10 as well as class 10 CBSE as well as for ICSC. So let's start. What is meant by monohybrid cross? Monohybrid cross means when a single gene is chosen for crossing between the two individuals. Means when we choose a single gene, suppose we have chosen one character, that is tallness or dwarfness of the plant, means the character was height of the plant, and the two traits were tallness and dwarfness. So if one character is chosen for crossing, then it is called monohybrid cross. I think you know this. So what did Mendel do to do the monohybrid cross? For monohybrid cross, he has chosen two plants. One is homozygous tall, means capital T, and another is homozygous dwarf, that is small t. And it is the two traits, tallness and dwarfness are the two traits of a single character. The character was height of the plant. Yes, I think you understood. So when he crossed the two plants, what did he got? See, first of all we are learning here how the crossing can able to do by someone. This is the tall plant, capital T, and this is the short or dwarf plant, small t. When they give the you can say gamete, the capital T, this capital T will separately come on one gamete, and this capital T separately come on another gamete. Similarly, this small t come on another gamete, and this small t come on another gamete. When this capital T combines, means when two gametes combine, it forms the zygote. So when this capital T combined with this small t, it forms capital T small t. And similarly, when this capital T combined with this small t, it form also capital T small t. So it is the first generation or F1 generation or filial 1 generation. Okay, so in filial 1 he saw all the plant that is produced is tall. He wondered, while he crossed a tall plant with a dwarf plant, why did he get only the tall plant in the first generation? Where did the dwarfness has gone? He could not find the answer of this question. At the same time, he crossed the both offspring produced in F1 generation, means he crossed this offspring with this offspring and allow the self-pollination of this plant. So what had happened? Just see. In the offspring produced in F1 generation, after self-pollination, produce two gametes. Suppose this is one of the plant, it produced two gametes, that is capital T small t, and this is the another plant of F1 generation, it also produced capital T small t. So this capital T is here, this is small t is here, and similarly this capital T is here and this is small t is here. He used a Punnett square to find out what will be the probability of the characters of the offspring, means what will be the probability of genotype and phenotype in F2 generation. And he got that physically three plants are tall. After, you can see, after getting two gametes, he put the gametes in such way. Yes. And crossed. He got three different character. Genotypically, phenotypically, plants are tall. The plant which contain capital T, one single capital T, will obviously capital dominant, because capital T itself expressed and small t remains suppressed. So capital T is the dominant. So he saw three plants are tall physically, and one plant is dwarf, and this is the phenotypic ratio 3:1. But when he did the back cross, or you can say test cross, he find, I will explain this term back cross and test cross in the other classes. Okay, so when did he do back cross or test cross? Mainly the test cross. He got that out of this four kind of offspring, one is pure tall. Out of these four kind of offspring, one is pure tall, capital T. Other two are hybrid, that is capital T small t, and one is dwarf, that is small t. So genotypic ratio become 1:2:1, while phenotypically they are 3:1. So in F2 generation he got four different kinds of plant, and the most important thing that he come to know that the small t, that is dwarfness, that is recessive character, reappear in F2 generation. The recessive character which one is hidden in F1 generation reappeared in F2 generation. So in this way he put forward two different and important principles, or you can say law. Let's study. So he collected, I am just reading all the lines that is important from here. While I have explained, you should understand each and every line of this topic. So monohybrid cross, inheritance of one gene is called monohybrid cross. Mendel cross capital T with small t. Both of them are homozygous. Homozygous means looking same. Capital T are same because both of them are capital, and small t are same because both of them are small t. So both are homozygous condition. So he took two different traits of one character, that is tallness of plant, capital T and small t. So tallness is the one trait and dwarfness is the another trait of character, height of the plant. So he got the genotype of all offsprings are capital T small t. See, capital T. After crossing in F1 generation, he got all are capital T. I have already made the crossing on the screen. And phenotypically, all are tall, obviously, because capital T is present over here. So all offspring will be tall because capital T is the dominant character over here. Next, what had happened? He collected all the seed of F1 offspring, means the seed produced in F1 generation is taken by him, and he grew all the seeds in his garden. He observed that all the plants are tall. Yes, obviously it will be tall. The offspring of all plant is tall. So the Mendel self-pollinated the F1 plants. He allowed the capital T means F1 plants to cross together by self-pollination, and he got 1/4 of the plant are dwarf, means out of four different plants, one is dwarf, 1/4. 1 is dwarf, means small t, and 3/4 are tall. So he found 3/4 are tall and 1 is dwarf in F2 generation. And what is the genotype? He got 1 is capital T, 2 is capital T small t, that is hybrid, and 1 is small t. So in this way he called that the character is passed from one generation to another generation by certain factor. Mendel called the factor that passes the gamete from one to next generation, and nowadays these factors are called genes, and genes are also called the unit of inheritance. Means genes are responsible for carrying the character from parents to offspring, and he told that there must be some factor which is responsible for the carrying character from parents to offspring. And what would be the factor? He didn't know about that. Later the scientist has discovered the factor that he told in that days were actually the genes which is responsible for the inheritance of the character. I think you are understanding. Yeah. From the monohybrid cross he put forward. By this monohybrid cross, he find out, or you can say he discovered 2 laws: the law of segregation and the law of dominance. Yes, and after that he made another cross, that is dihybrid cross. By this dihybrid cross he discovered another law, that is 3rd law, you can say the law of independent assortment. The law of independent assortment. So let's have a summarize this. In very short, if I say, what did he do? He took 2 plants. One is capital T and another is small t. He make cross between them. The capital T gives 2 gametes, capital T, and the small t also gave 2 gametes, small t. When the capital T small t meet, it gives capital T small t, that is hybrid plant. When another capital T small t meet, it also gave hybrid plant. So in F1 generation 2 hybrid plants is produced. It is the F1 generation. It is the F1 generation. What did he do the next? In the next, he took the offspring of F1 generation, that is capital T and small t, and he made the cross between them. So the gamete that is produced by capital T small t is will capital T and small t. There are 2 gametes. Another this plant also give the 2 gametes. So what will happen if this capital T meet? A new plant produce capital T. If this capital T meet with this small capital T small t, it produce capital T small t. If this small t combine with this, it will give capital T small t. Remember, capital will be always in first, and if this small t combine, what will it give? It will give 2 small t. So you can see it is the pure tall. These 2 are these 2 are the hybrid, and this is the pure dwarf. So it is the F2 generation. I think understood very well. So it is the end of the. So in this case, what was the phenotype ratio? 3:1, because 3 of them are tall, because both 3 of them contain capital T. And what is the genotype ratio? 1 is pure tall, 2 is hybrid, 2 is hybrid, yes, 2 is hybrid, and 1 is small, means dwarf. So it is the phenotype and genotype ratio. I think you have understood the monohybrid cross very well. Happy learning. Learn it. In the next class we will study about dihybrid cross and also about the different law of inheritance. I think you understood. If you have any kind of problem, if you have any kind of understanding problem, you can call me, or you can have a news, you can send me a news in WhatsApp, or you can send me a message in WhatsApp, and anyway you can contact me. I think for your happy learning. Bye bye.